Hi, I'm Raghu. I'm founder of this Hyderabad-based startup called KAITEKI Innovations Private Limited. So we are into assistive technology. We wanted products in the form of assistive technology to help people with special needs. So our pilot product that we are trying to prototype is bidet, which is a part of the restroom. So we want it to be more accessible for people, not just with disability, but people with special needs. It's a very tricky journey we had. There's like collaborations happening when we were in Hyderabad. So we had to talk to one person, one of my friend who is from Bengaluru. So she had contact of NIDHI PRAYAS. So I had to reach out to them, understanding what does FiiRE do and all the stuff. Then I got into the websites, understand more about what sort of support that we can get if we apply. Then reached out to Tejas. Fortunately, he guided us through Renu, and then every setup happened, and then the process happened. So it was really fortunate enough that through a random person we came to know about it. But then once we came to know about it, we were more interested to be a part of the ecosystem. We've been applying for funds for the past 1.5 years. So the protocol always had online selections, and then you have a panel discussions, and then the panelists would pose questions, etc. But frankly speaking, not just because we've selected and all the stuff, but even if we are not selected, I would have still answered the same thing if you would have asked me the same question. We've been part of different panelists, and as a protocol, they had questions to ask, and we were so much into the answering part of it because my startup came out of a pain, not just for fun. So I have experienced it in my personal life. So I wanted this pain to be converted into a support system for the community. When it came to FiiRE conversations, I think every time when we spoke about conversations with people related to the FiiRE, they had the heart to listen to it. That was missing in our previous game because most of them were looking only at number games. But here it was more about the impact that we are trying to create in the community as a part of the startup ecosystem. So process was really simple. Of course, it was tough because there are tons of people who might have applied for it. Every time after a single round to next round, there was a time lapse. So we were more excited about the next step and the result that was happening. And finally, in the final round, when we met the panelists, trust me, by far the best. I've already written an article about it after the interview, before selection itself, back in my hometown. I told people that this person who asked us questions was not interested about the number game. He was interested about the pain behind the startup and the reason why I wanted to take it forward. And of course, he had practical questions to be asked. And still it was very, very enthusiastic in understanding what I do and what my team does and what product we are into. And no cliche questions were asked. Very much right on target. So the way he managed heart and brain was something which fascinated me. And ever since that happened and conversations after that, I was always praying the universe that we should be a part of such ecosystem where people understand, people have an ear to listen to what startups are coming and pitching in. So trust me, that's the major difference I found in the selection process. Thanks to the people around, I'm happy that finally we are a part of it. Yeah, it's like you're talking to a person who is too much of hungry, and then you sort of give them a food. So it's all about how we utilize the food now. Just because I'm hungry, I cannot keep eating. I need to understand how to eat. So the funds which we've received, it's really a huge number for a early startup stage. And it's all about the support system again. So what we need from the FiiRE, or we expect in return as a support system, is of course mentoring, which is a part of any incubator. And the mentoring in a sense that, of course, in the morning session also, we were so fascinated by the way he said himself, we are not going to leave you. That is what we wanted. Just because you're giving funds, you just ignore us is not a part of the game. We being answerable for every single rupee is what the mentorship would probably do for us. Second thing, of course, the funds has been given now. The proper utilization structural plan, and for the product, we also need the marketing and the collaborations happening within the state of Goa. So 3 typical things I'm looking at forward. 1, of course, mentoring. 2 is collaborations, win-win situation for the startup as well as the incubator, so that we take this ahead as a part of the awareness game changer, as a part of social entrepreneurship in the state of Goa. And 3, which we are very happy to have, the funds.